For the 8th year in a row, Spokane Public Schools face major budget reductions. According to district numbers, Spokane Public Schools cut $54 million from its budget since 2002. And next year, district leaders forecast an additional $9 to $12 million deficit because of state budget cuts. There's an important school board meeting tonight at district headquarters. That is where we find KXLY4's Sally Showman.
Robin, within the next couple of hours, the school board will decide if they will allow for the increased class sizes. And what they're talking about is an additional 3 students, up to an additional 3 students in classes all the way from kindergarten through senior year in high school.
Our school board does have tough choices.
The first place the district is looking to cut, or should we say increase, is the number of kids per class. Right now, kindergarten through 3rd grade is capped at 25 students, 4th through 6th at 28, and 7th through 12th at 30. If approved, the board would allow classes to grow by 3.
And one of the things that we know from the research is that increasing class sizes by 2 or 3 students in each class does not impact the education of the student, because we know that we're going to have quality teachers in those classrooms.
But the teachers don't necessarily agree.
That class size does matter, and there's just no way that you could give the same individual attention to one student in a class of 33 that you could give in a class of 30.
For Ferris High School science teacher Jeremy Shea, the increased class size would mean 15 additional students to teach and grade papers and tests for. And then there are the more practical issues.
The classroom space that I have isn't designed for 33, it's designed for 30. And so in a science classroom especially, you're dealing with lab situations, and so that becomes a safety issue.
The increased class size would only take a $5 million chunk out of the proposed $9 to $12 million shortfall.
We are going to have layoffs no matter what.
To give some perspective on how big a $12 million cut is, the district says if it fired everyone who works at the Central District Administrative Office, it would still need to cut an additional $5 million. Same thing if it shut down utilities at every single school in the district.
So those are some cuts, obviously, that you couldn't run a school district if you made those types of reductions, and yet it's important for people to understand that we're going to have to hit all of those different areas if we're going to solve the budget problem.
Now tonight the board will decide if there's a financial emergency so it can temporarily suspend the classroom limits. As for layoffs, the district legally has to issue layoff notices by May 15th. There's a chance they won't know the state's budget by then. In that case, they say they'll overshoot and send out more notices, and they'll likely need to lay off. Live at district headquarters, Sally Showman, KXLY4 HD News.